What the hell is up, YouTube? This is your boy Bearded Kingface, aka Essential, here with another reaction / review. This time joined by Eminem featuring Joyner Lucas, Lucky You, the video. Let's get right into it. You know the drill. Before we get started, I want you to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, send this to your friends, leave a comment, show some love, and that's how we're gonna get this thing to grow. Let's get into the content. If you haven't done so already, go check out my review and reaction for Kamikaze. It's a first reaction, so you will see exactly how I felt the first time I listened to the song Lucky You. Now, in terms of these two MCs, we know Joyner Lucas has been on the rise for quite some time now. Of course, he had that viral video and song called I'm Not Racist that was put out back at the end of 2017. The song is about race relations, and the first verse is spoken from the perspective of a white person, and the second verse from the perspective of a black person. And as much as Revival was panned, I found that there were quite a few parallels between I'm Not Racist and one of the singles off of Revival, Untouchable. While I'm Not Racist dealt with the two different perspectives by separating them with two different verses, Untouchables by Eminem had sort of a back and forth dialogue, and just from the way that the language was used and the verses were written in particular lines, you could tell whether or not it was being said by a black person or a white person, which ended up being a cop in most of the cases. Now, to get back on track, Joyner Lucas has been blowing up recently, even though he's been an MC for a few years. Eminem, no introduction needed, but of course you can get the full thing if you go back to that Kamikaze review and reaction that I did. After everyone was surprised by this album 2 weeks ago, there were a few songs that really stood out. This one was one of them, especially Joyner Lucas's verse, which was really hot. Incredibly also killed it as usual, and this was one of the few times that I thought that Eminem was neck and neck with someone almost. I know on the Bad Meets Evil album, Hell the Sequel, I found that there were some verses that were a little bit more enjoyable for me from Royce. However, Eminem is a fierce competitor and a fierce MC to feature on one of your tracks, so it's no secret and no surprise that M, who is a true MC to this day and a fan of rap and hip-hop, respects Joyner Lucas and respects Joyner's craft. So it's so exciting to see two MCs, two titans like this, come together on the track. I'm excited to see what they have going on in this video. I've already checked the views and it's about a few hours in. It's already at 9 million or something. So this thing is doing very well. So without further ado, let's watch this video. Okay, that's Joyner Lucas. Looks like he's in a bunker or something. What is this, like Left 4 Dead? Walking Dead? Fuck you think! This looks like a bunch of clones. Bunch of clones, people doing what they do. I've been up in the back with the ad-libs. Yeah. Fuck you think!
Hold on a minute. Are they doing everything we do?
That's what I'm saying.
Doing some bullshit.
What the hell? He just dabs like a little white guy. That's the way the kids do it in the mall and shit. Some weird shit. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Man, these freaking lyrics, man, it's hard to remember this shit.
But I think it's inevitable, they know what button to press, will inevitable to give me a snap though. And if I'm paying attention, I'm probably making it bigger, but you taking your dicks in the fucking backhoe. On the breaking and minute, got me thinking of finishing everything with a seed of minutes and reaping the benefits. I'm sleeping the will again as I'm thinking about an evil intended, but I'm gonna beat him and kill again. Even if I gotta end up eating the pill again, even ketamine or methamphetamine with the mini thing, it better be this 70 and 300 milligram, and I might as well cause I'm in a bleeding feeling again. Levels to the shit, I got an elevator. You can never say to me, I'm not a fucking record breaker. I sound like a broker every time I break a record. Nobody could ever take away the legacy. I'm in a navigator, motherfucker. Now I got a right to be this way. I got fight inside my DNA. But I roll till the wheel fall off. I'm working tirelessly. Hey! Give me some room. Give me some room. Hop out the coupe. Hop out the coupe.
Alright, well the visuals in that video were actually pretty cool. I thought it was quite interesting that Joyner Lucas kind of started off in this bunker and Eminem sort of roaming around as well. It's sort of this end of days Armageddon-esque landscape, so it's like once the world has ended. Now I don't know if it means like those two and potentially other survivors are the ones carrying on the legacy, in this case of hip-hop or the rap game, and keeping it intact in that way. And then there's everyone else who is just a clone. They're all copying each other as well, those clones, just doing everything that the other person does. And that nowadays we embrace that, we revel in that. They're all dressed exactly the same. There's no individuality. It's sort of like something that Eminem mentioned actually in an interview recently, where people nowadays are praised for fitting into this whole cookie cutter thing. And if you go anywhere outside of that tiny little scope that you have to be honed in on, it's considered whack. Whereas back in the day, individuality is what was praised. If you bit anyone's style or lyrics or what clothing or whatever it might have been, you were looked down upon, you were clowned essentially, and you were shunned, and you were an outsider. Nobody wanted to accept you or embrace you in hip-hop. That's the way I interpret it, at least. It's nice to see both of them actually linking up, seeing them together in person. I am super excited for another music video dropping out from this album. And of course, would it really be an Eminem music video if there wasn't a part that was slightly funny? The whole, kind of illustrating what those people were doing and that they were copying them the whole time. Eminem does the whole, rubbing your belly and tapping your head thing at the same time, which was a complete dad joke. And then the whole humping thing and intentionally dabbing the way that white kids with no moves do it in high school. I thought that was really funny. Complete dad jokes. I mean, Eminem's a dad now for quite some time, so to be expected. My type of jokes, love it. Now, how exciting would it be if the next video that comes out is for the track with Royce, Not Alike? Especially because it has that part about MGK in it. Overall, I really like the video. I'm glad they chose to do a video for this particular song because it is one of the hotter ones off of the album, and I'm just excited to see some more. Anyway, YouTube, this was another reaction/review brought to you by Bearded Kingface, aka Essential. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit that notification bell, share it on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your Gram, Snap, you name it, and show some love. Continue to show some love. I just want your love. Is that so much to ask in this relationship? Like, come on! And until next time, peace.